G'day guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing our semi-final tips for 2022 and some big finals, and I'll tell you what, the first week of finals absolutely off the scales. It was amazing to watch, and happy from a Cats perspective, got over the line just and yeah, some quality football that has been and some more to come as well. I'm doing nicely down the bottom, but Giuseppe is who we're celebrating at the moment, up by just one at the moment. So let's get into the picks for this week. So we have Melbourne, Brisbane, Collingwood, and Fremantle. So let's start off. We've got the Friday night game, Melbourne and Brisbane at the MCG, a monster clash here, and we know there's been a lot of conjecture and personal stuff going on between these two clubs in very recent times, and you know, over the course of this year, Melbourne have pretty comfortably accounted for the Lions, and you know, some 10-goal wins definitely helped the confidence. The Lions, from an attacking perspective, were able to just fall over the line against the Tigers. Melbourne, conversely, went down to the Swans, whose pressure was just absolutely through the roof, and they couldn't really make a case for staying in the game and being tough enough for long enough, and the Sydney Swans were too good on the night. But yeah, it's a huge clash. Obviously, there's no second prize here, guys. Eliminations from here on in, and you know, Melbourne played the MCG pretty well. Played a pretty feisty Sydney Swans outfit last week, and we know what they can do in the MCG. We know Brisbane's record at the MCG doesn't stack up super well over the last 10, 15 years. And we know that they've had, you know, they're kind of, Brisbane are kind of Melbourne's bunnies, or the other way around, whichever way it works. Either way, I feel like Melbourne will win well. I'm going to go with Melbourne by not 363 points. I'm going to Melbourne by 36 to relatively comfortably get the job done, and yeah, they should be able to bounce back, even though Petrarca's a bit underdone. I just think the Lions defensively, probably that's what's lacking, and they don't really pressure the opposition. They got a good win, you know, over the Tigers, but you know, both teams kicking over 100 points. Melbourne just won't allow that kind of ball movement, and we know Brisbane, unless they're absolutely dominant out in the midfield, you know, it's pretty tough, kind of like the Dogs defensively. They can't quite get it done, and yeah, we know if Melbourne get their pressure game going, Brisbane, you know, won't move the ball super well against them, and thus they won't be able to generate a big score on the board. 10-goal margin last time these guys played, and it was 10 goals at half-time, which is unbelievable. Moving on to the Saturday game, which is going to be another titanic clash between two defensively minded sides. We've got, Collingwood and Fremantle. MCG is going to have another classic clash once again, you'd suspect. And, you know, the Pies, they just went down the Cats last week by a single goal, really, and that goal was kicked out with a minute to go. So, a game that could have been, you know, decided either way. Fremantle were absolutely gone at home, 41 points down, and what a remarkable comeback it was to be able to sort of find a way and, will themselves back into the contest through, you know, their midfield brilliance and toughness from, you know, guys like Sarong and Brayshaw leading from the front. Collingwood have won 12 out of 14, and, you know, Dockers have been a little bit better in the latter half of the season, a bit of a lull in the mid part of the season. I'd probably pick the Pies to be in a preliminary final, probably 4 weeks or so out from finals. And I think they will, because it's at home. that definitely helps out. Fremantle travel away really well, so that's definitely something to consider. Just feel like the Pies are so attacking with their ball movement, and we know defensively they're super sound, and might be able to, find a way to sort of, you know, get through the Dockers. And we know last time they played over there, I think the Pies won by 4 to 5 goals in the wet. So if it's going to be a tough contest, we know the Pies have been up for it. It's going to be an absolutely incredible clash. no doubt about that. I think, yeah, the Pies in a relatively close one. You would suspect it once again. I have to respect what they've done so far. So, those are my picks. I've gone the favourites, just like I did in the first week of the finals. And how did I go there? I got 2 right and 2 wrong. Yeah, no, could have gone either way. The more and more I was talking about Sydney doing the podcast to the fellas, I was like, I feel like they could actually win here. But I don't think any upsets here. Brisbane have the slightest chance, I think, if absolutely everything went right and everything went wrong for Melbourne. Chances of that happening minimal. This one's probably much more of a 50-50 game. I feel like it's a 60-40 in terms of the Pies winning. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting, no doubt about that. So, those are my picks for not the preliminary final, the semi-finals of 2022. Guys, I appreciate you joining in. Don't forget to check out the podcast, which the fellas and I do. Chuck the link in the description below. And don't forget to subscribe, like the video, all that amazing stuff. Thank you all for listening in, watching in, and I'll see you all on the next video.